Well. So we're back tonight. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit earlier than the 6:45 I said, but I figured, we're about to plant our last row. Well, I say our last one. I haven't made up my mind if it's going to be the last row of oak or not. Hmm, not sure yet. Um, because I mean, uh, still got 208 oak left, saplings. Let's go ahead and plant this row here. Um, so we planted all those rows. Um, I still need to work on a few things. It is January at the moment in the game. Not so sure that I want to. I mean, I guess this is a good time to plant as any. That one about right there. This thing takes. I mean, it's better than doing it by hand. Believe me, we've done that. Proof is right there. Um, I'm thinking I'll be getting a fair bit of this done off. Oh, my search was successful. I don't know. Hello, Miss Dust Bunny. How are you tonight? Uh, hey, TGG. How you doing? Welcome in. How are you tonight? How's the weather over in Texas? It's warm here in Mississippi. It's about 60 degrees down here right now. You wouldn't think it's winter. But yeah, we've got our planter going here, and I'm so glad we found this. That it happened across in the sale. Otherwise, we've been doing all this by hand, which we will probably do. Wait, what? Yeah, these aren't even, unfortunately, because I wanted the trees to be right to the edge of the road up there. So we're winding up back here, 74. 74 in Arkansas? Wow. Okay. That's a little bit cooler here, but yeah, Texas always does seem to be a bit that way. Although I have to admit, I like Texas most of the time. Their state troopers sometimes not so much. All right, well, that's the oak planet, at least for the time being. We may put another row or two in, not sure yet. Wow, that is kind of actually it's kind of warm for this time of year in Texas. Surprising. And actually 74 in Arkansas is surprising too, especially this time of year. So that's kind of weird. I noticed that we're getting some really weird weather here lately. I'm sure somebody would look at me and say, oh, well, it's climate change. Okay, whatever. All right, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, let's see. There's the oak. Oh, yeah, never mind. All right, so doing some boring stuff at the moment. I planted these at 7 feet apart. I think they plant the same way. I think they plant just the same as the oaks. If you, I haven't been able to find any way to change this, the distance between, when you're planting. So I'm not really sure if there is a way on this planter. Maybe there are on some other planters, but I'm not sure. We're going to go ahead and finish up this row right here. That's over 100 trees just in that little corner right there. I think that's good. We only have the one solo tractor so far, because we don't have a whole lot of extra money to be spending. Yeah, it's going to plant it every 10 meters. That's fine. But that will, you know, it's going to be fun to cut all that down. Especially with the trees. See, the oak will grow up before these will, so should be another one. There we go. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and plant these 2 rows as well. Probably should do all this off camera, but needs to be done. It's part of the game. Takes a while. 5 miles an hour. Seems a little slow. I've never seen one of these planters. I assume that these 2 side locations is where people would stand as you're going along. You see, it's got this under here, and then it's got these that are, I don't know, making a supposedly a rope, I guess. It's interesting. Whoa, okay. All right. One more, and then we'll be looking at some wood that needs to go up there. Because we wound up spending about $5 grand. We got 300 more oak. Yeah, we got 300 more oak trees, and that we bought a pallet of saplings, and we'll need to get those done. That will be. I'll do the rest of those off camera. I just got to figure out how I want to set them up, because I spread those rows out in between. Each one of them is about, except for this bit where the driveway's at, each one of them is about 3 wide. I didn't put these 3 wide. Should have put them a couple of 3 wide, but it is what it is. It takes 3 years and 4 or 5 months for these to grow to full maturity. So, what we'll do, we will drop that off. And I think we'll go ahead and just drop this down, because we're not going to be using it anymore at the moment. And we do have some wood over here that we can take and drop off. I got 2 piles sitting over there. And then I've still got trees laying on the ground from my little experiment I did last night. Then I think we will jump into, I've got to go check my house. The house I'm building over there. I can't remember if, oh, I've got to put some oak trees in here somewhere. I can't remember if it's into its next stage or not, because I need to keep up with that. Okay. Probably shouldn't run over the, okay. Fortunately, this is not far from the sawmill, so it's kind of nice to be able to just run straight over here and make it happen. Although we're not going at any blistering speed. I think those are 8-meter cuts. Have to be. 6-meter wouldn't be that long. We're not going to make the best money out of these, but I'm not going to do 6-meter cuts on them because that would only leave me 2 meters, and it's just not worth it. A bit more money. Yep. Excellent. Saw something pop up earlier. Oh, we actually need that. Oh, we need a roller. So I think we'll buy that. Excellent. All right, now we just need a harvester to pop up, specifically a Ford harvester. Actually, let's look at the Ford harvester. Hello, Kobe Gaming. How you doing, man? We bought, let's see, here it is. We bought pretty sure we bought the header for this. Yeah. So we need to find that used. It's going to cost us some money for a custom search, but I'm going to need that because we have a pretty decent little field sitting over here of wheat. That's going to come due in July, August. So, starting to get a little bit nervous about that. Because I really, really would be upset if that withered. But yeah, once these grow up, they should be a nice little drive through here with all the trees. I was going to put some trees on either side of this driveway, and then I thought about it and said, yeah, probably not do that. Mainly because I'd run into them too often. I don't need that. I run into enough stuff on this map as it is. And fortunately, these just recently planted saplings don't stop me, so that's not going to be true in a couple of years, though. All right, so we'll get this done, and then we need to go check on our house that we are constructing. Figure out what our next move is on that. We may just have to jump in next month because I think I put everything in for it. Because we were doing wood beams. I don't know what the next progress step is. I do have some long planks and some regular planks sitting at my sawmill just in case. I haven't sold those off. I mean, yeah, we got 156,000, but well, it's because we've been technically saving money because the used vehicle sales haven't been giving us stuff that we needed. And it was just fortunate enough that we had the money sitting there because last night when we were playing, I checked it and there were several items in there that we needed. And fortunately, we had the money for it because we can't take any more loans. We still have 50,000 that we owe. that we need to pay off. We have a federal government fee coming up at the end of this year, which is going to cost us around $5,100, so we're good on that for the time being. But we're going to have to get goats going here soon too, because we want that milk happening, because that's going to be a more regular income. I'm not saying we're running out of trees. We have trees. I don't mind running forestry, but that little patch of trees right there isn't ours. That patch is. We're slowly working our way through it. All right, so let's drop this off. I need an equipment shed sometime, because I've got this laying here. I've got this wagon. I've got the bush hog, the rake. All that over there has nowhere to go. They have to put an equipment shed somewhere. But this is going to be our forestry division over here, so it looks like I'm going to have to, because I'm thinking about putting our goats back there somewhere. And our house is going to be just, well, it's right over here. We're probably going to need an equipment shed somewhere centrally located to be able to access grass for the goats, and eventually for sheep and cows. Not doing horses, Miss Dust Bunny. Let's see here. Got a little bit in storage. It is ticking down for the next. Okay, so we have plenty of wood beams in there, so hopefully that will take care of that. Love this little pond over here. I'm going to clean it up though, because the weeds, once you get over here to look at it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just, me and horses, I don't know. Thank you, Miss TGG, Miss Cassandra. I appreciate that very, very much. But I'm going to have to clean up the weeds in this pond. I love the look of it, but just like, it's like, you know, it's just sort of been forgotten. And you never know, I might want to fish in that pond at some point. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, looks like I'm going to move into next month. Because I want to find out what we got going on over here and what I need to continue with this build. One of the requirements is to have a house on your land, be able to live in it. Stu, how you doing, man? What's happening? Well, appreciate you being awake at night, Stu. I know that's your usual time to be haunting the lands. You know, nighttime, vampires, that stuff. And well, I appreciate Ebony. Not sure about the mouse in the shoe thing, but yeah. All right. We're gonna go ahead and skip into next month because I need to figure out what's going on with my house over there. Oh, probably turn that off too. So yeah, got a little bit accomplished today. We planted 100 and something oaks out here, so yeah, happy about that. Oh, Okay. Well, I'm glad you tumbled into the chat there, Steve. Appreciate you. All right, let's have a quick look see at what's in the sale. Well, that'd be another tractor. We don't need another tractor at the moment. And I think I need to give this thing a wash. So we're going to whip back over to our house over there. Thank you, Mr. Dust Bunny. Don't hit that. That'd be okay. I also did some testing today on the wood chip factory I have that I downloaded. I'll probably be putting that up at some point in this vicinity because, well, this is our forestry wood production area, so yeah. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright. Go over here and check on this house. We got some more beans. Running through the woods. I don't know if y'all have seen me run through these woods before, but this is sort of what you get when you go through the woods. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce, bounce. Yeah, this is, yep, yep. So, tractors are not well known for their shock absorbers. Yeah, they don't have any. That thing's moving on up. Look at that. I think that's going to turn out pretty nice. For the amount of materials I'm putting into it, it should be. Let's see here. What else do we need? We need 3,000 more wood beans. Well, guess what we got? We have at least that many because our sawmill is actually producing nothing but wood beans at the moment. What are we in February? I need to go ahead and get into March or April so that my grass over here, this meadow grass, can be cut so I can cut it. Lime production mod? You got any stones on the map? I recommend a stone mod. Like lime production. There is, well, for me, I'm 6'3", so if I'm in that tractor and I got that metal roof over the top of it, it's not going to throw me off the tractor. It's going to just brain me, if you know what I mean. Of course, I might fall off the tractor at that point, but yeah. Okay, so I'm on PC, so I don't know. Um, I have a couple of mods, but I don't know if they are cross-play. I think there's one called. Oh, okay. Well, you got plenty of that. There is one in here that I don't do lime that much because it's like I was saying to somebody, I'm from the South. If I'm turning over dirt and it's nice, beautiful black dirt, I ain't putting no lime on that dirt. If it's the red clay out of Alabama, um, yeah, I'll be liming that because it's going to need it. Yeah, have a permanent dent in the roof from my head. Fortunately, I have a very hard head. Where was it? Now I can't even remember which one it was. This one does lime. Now this is a production for farm goods. I do have like I have more productions for farm goods. I don't know if some of these are going to be cross-play compatible though. Like this one. This one I really like. Um, I don't know if it's cross-play compatible, but I really do like this one because like it does a lot. It's a farm production. Um, and I don't know if the farm production mod is available for PS5. I'm not sure. But that's one I like. It does a lot of different things. Like yeah. So this is the one I particularly like because I put slurry in it. I put a lot of different things in it because it helps me to then change it into something else. It's got a big storage on it. I say big. It's not huge like some of them. Like these guys up here. These guys are here. These silos like this. That's a small. That's a small. Yeah. Um, and I think you can store like 1,000,000 liters or something like it. It's crazy. But yeah, this one that one I really like. It's got good storage, and it's a kind of an all-in-one farm production mod. So, and I have some of these like this. It's just a farm supplies. I don't know if this is cross-play or not, but yeah, this one will do all kinds of nifty stuff as well. Like you can make herbicides, seeds, blah blah blah. Then you got the ones that are improved. The extreme one, I never use it. Um, Now this one I really love, but of course it's not for lime. But I really love that one. Um, Fertilizer, I think that's the only ones. Yeah, because this one only does pig feed. Because I don't use lime that much, I really don't have anything in here for it. Cool, cool. But yeah, I think that one's probably going to be your best bet. I mean, yeah, I've got this one as well. Um, it's pretty big, but it does lime as well. It does a lot of other stuff too. I try to look for the things that, like will do more than one thing. Like, um, these small farm production mods, like this one. I think Omatana made this one. Um, I don't know if it's crossplay or not, but it is kind of cool and it's small or ish. That'd be about right. But this one I think it does line. I'm not sure. Um, Now this is like the one production. I've used it once. It does an absolute bucket ton of basically everything. Um, I think I've used it once. I think that was just on a test run because it does really go quickly. Like it's pretty quick. And then that's the one mod. And then I got another one that's called All in One. Now, I don't know. It's fairly reasonable. I might have missed it, but I don't know if it does line. There it is. No, I think it's just farm products basically. Yeah, it doesn't do lime. But that's why I got that other one. It does lime. But yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see here. There you go. I guess I do have a few things that are cross-platform. I don't, but I don't think, is Lumberjack cross-platform? I don't think it is it? I don't think it is. And that's just something I couldn't deal with. I've come, like, I've had Lumberjack ever since basically it's come out. Like, back when it was first introduced, I've had it because it just... Okay, Stu, appreciate it, man. Like I said, I've had Lumberjack since basically it came out. And, well, let's just say that I would be very unhappy if I couldn't have Lumberjack. So it makes life so much easier with things. So yeah, because I mean, I can literally set my links on my okay. So yep. Okay. So I need to grab. Let's see. I need to grab this one. Nope. See if I can ease up under there a little bit. There we go. The Massey Ferguson MF 310 header. Well, that's nice. Oh wait, I didn't want to do that. I want to put this. It's going to be tight up in here when that tree grows. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we'll put that there. Then I should be able to just go straight down, push this through, and a little bit more, a little bit more. That should get on. There we go. I love the tension belts on this. No worries, Mr. Sue. Happy to help. Especially when it comes to lime, because I don't do it. Okay, that is a bit of a fib. I will do lime occasionally. But normally that's on my smaller plays. Like if I'm playing through on smaller maps. I might do it on this one. I might actually add lime back in. Now that I know that I can easily get stone here. I have to buy it, obviously. I'm using the, let's see here. Where is it? Nope, that's the wrong one. It's, this one. Pounded forward tension belts for front loaders. Basically, if I put this down, I can literally, if I back up a little bit, the forts themselves will literally just go right through stuff. Not that I like that very much, but I mean, I used to drive a forklift, so. But the tension belts allows me to grab stuff like this, and it makes it just a little bit easier. All right, so we got our 3,000 wood beams that we needed, and we will put this into. That's done. I do have an extra set of planks sitting, a little bit of, I think it's 500 liters of planks I got sitting here. the wood beams. Yep, that should be enough. We're in the build progress 3 of 11. Fantastic. It takes a minute for these things to get built. All right. So, I don't know what we'll need next. Let me go and check my sawmill. We should have got, I think, 4,000 liters of wood beams. I think that's about what we're producing per month, per se. Yeah, I might have to do something about that. I get a lot of wood chips out of this mill. And I have, like, there is a sell point I can put down to sell them. But I am considering there is a heating plant that produces electricity. And I'm thinking that if I put that up and then dump the wood chips in it, technically that would allow me to have electricity on the property, which I think would be, I don't know, smart, maybe? I think so. Okay, we're not really using this area for much of anything. We'll put that there for the time being. Oh, more wood chips. Huh, go figure. I think I'll have to check. Let's see, how much is that one? Is it, I think it's a factory. Is it a factory? There it is. It's right there. It's 42,000. I mean, technically, we could put it back here in the back corner. Like so. That would produce our electricity. And it would be surrounded by trees. Is it worth the 42,000? I don't know. Good question. I have to think about that one. All right. Okay. This is 4,000 liters worth of wood chips. I've already got several more sitting over there. Would be good to do something with these instead of just trying to hide them out of sight. All right. Yep, more wood beams. Good, good. We get a skid steer come up in the used sales. I think we're going to be looking at that too. That's true, Stu. I am going to be putting down. I was enjoying using the. I think it's Granny's Knitwear. I believe it's Granny's Knitwear. Yeah, Granny's Knitwear. I was using it for producing clothes from wool. I mean, I did have something like 1,000 sheep that were producing wool. So, you know, that was useful to make something out of it. So I might, since I will be putting sheep on here at some point in the near future, I hope, I will probably either use it or Omatana's, because Omatana's little thing I showed you, where is it at? This one right here. This one actually will make clothes from wool. So, yeah, I don't have to get Granny's knitwear, but I mean, you know, it's, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna have to move that trailer. And I did ethanol on, oops. I did ethanol on Welker's farm. All I can say about the ethanol mod is like if you're making ethanol, be prepared because you're gonna need some massive amounts of crop. Because I put in, I think it was 150 something thousand liters of sorghum, and it was gone in like a month. I hear you. That's all right. But yeah, I wanna do the. There's also another one I'm planning on doing. This one I don't know if it's crossplay or not. Um, that's not it. Although I may put a pasta factory down. I haven't done that yet. But there's a wood chip um, mod. There it is, right there. This is it's a wood chip production mod. So you put wood chips in, and it turns around, and it makes like OSB and what is it? MDF boards, and it can make mulch and what is it? Wood pellets and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I haven't got to test it out yet. There have been, well, on Welker's when I was doing that series, there weren't really any trees, so yeah. Um, but on this map, because I'm going to have a ton of trees, and like I said, we're planting something like 300 oaks, so that means we're going to have plenty of wood production going. Or and a lot of wood leaderage coming in. Uh, yeah, I think we're going to place that down. We're going to use some stuff to chip it up, and I mean our wood chips is fairly profitable, and that mod will actually chip wood as well. So if you put wood in there, and I can assure you this little if you see where the little warning strip is on the ground out the front, if you get a piece of wood anywhere within like I don't know from where the edge of the gravel is to where it is now, if you get wood anywhere in that area, it's gone. That sucker's going to take it because I was testing it on another map. But yeah, you can put whole trees in that without a problem, and it's big. It's got like 1,000,000 liters of wood or something like that you can put into it. Which, considering 300 oak trees, yeah, you probably wind up with 1,000,000 liters of wood before you know it. Okay, so we got that done. We have cleared our. Just double check and see what I'm. We need to put some more wood in here, so we'll go ahead and do that. All right, let's go grab. You know what? Let's just go grab a tree. Um, I'm probably going to need. You know, Mr. Stu, I have not planted. I've never planted poplar, not once. So yeah, never planted poplar. I may have to try that at some point. I don't even know what I'd harvest it with. So I mean, as you can see, I don't have a harvester yet. So either way it goes, right now I just need a harvester. So yeah. Okay, let's go grab a tree. So let's see. This is the 25 footers, but that's a baby one right there. Um, let's see if we can't grab it without grabbing the other tree. Look at that. Look at that. I couldn't do that again if I tried. Wow. Amazing. Now I'm going to poke the tree through the... No, okay, it's not long enough to poke it through the tents. That's good. Not that there's a lot in this tree, like, honestly. Yeah. Not much in it, but gets rid of the tree. Alright. I guess we'll go grab those two other ones. A 34.5 meter spruce are worth more basically than the 25-meter ones are. So sit back doing this. See if we can get these. I wonder if it's going to lift the back end up. Shouldn't lift the back end up, because I have wheel weights on the wheels and on the back, so yeah. We had planned for this, more or less. I feel like Don Quixote. Only thing I'm lacking is a windmill. All right. Let's go ahead and get this done. That should top this out. Yep, tops it out. Excellent. All right. What else we need to do here? We do need to move this trailer. Okay, so I have noticed sometimes that when you go on to, like, if you're right beside a field, if, like, sometimes your front tire isn't on the field, or if you've got the wrong wrong equipment on it or something like that, it will not detect the field. It's weird. But as far as I know of, if you put down a rice field, you can't plant anything else. I don't know. I've never actually tried to put a rice field down and then try to plant something else on it. So I literally have no idea. That would be something I would have to test to find out. Unfortunately, I don't have unlimited money in this save, so I can't really test it to figure it out. All right, got that out of the way. And then I mean, you could always try it just to find out. Yeah, try it. Never know. Might work. I like science, sort of. I mean, depends on the science. I'm not really into astrophysics. But agro-science, yes, we'll definitely do agro-science any day of the week. Well, technically you don't even have to plow it up. You can, well, I mean, I guess it just depends. Like, if it doesn't work, yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I like testing. Testing's good. I mean, I do a lot of testing myself. I mean, that's why sometimes I'll have, like in this game save here, I have something like 30 something hours, and I have like 10 hours in my testing. Hey Donkey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Blue collar, how's it going, bro? Glad y'all came in. Appreciate y'all being here. We're just tinkering around today. That's all. Okay, so we got those out of the way. That's cleared this lane up over here. All right. Let's get into March, I think. I think that'll be the best thing to do at this point. Because I really have nothing more to do. I mean, it's February. I can't mow anything. I mean, I could cut more trees, but hang on a minute. Let's look into. Um, I like trailers like this, but I need a bigger tractor to pull that. My little tractor won't pull this. Um, because of the hitch point on this tractor. If you look, hitch point's way down here at the bottom. So when this attaches, it actually lifts the back wheels off the ground. It's like sloped down like this. So, let's see what else we got. I don't remember when did they make this 6010 series. It looks like a newer model. I'll have to look that up. 6010. All right. Yeah, we're missing materials in here. We do have a little bit of, got some bags. That's good. Plenty in there. All right, let's skip over into, you know what? We might speed it up a little bit, see what comes up into the, there's nothing wrong with that, Steve. I mean, you got to test it out, right? Speed up a little bit. I want to see what comes up in the, okay, apparently something came up into the, came up in here. Wait, I already have that. Why is it, what? I do have that, right? Yep, sure do. Okay. I guess when you pay it to search for a year continuously, it's going to keep searching for a year continuously, even if you get the product already. That is so weird. Yeah, sorry, Stu. I have one of those. I'm one of those people that has universal auto load. I like it. It makes my life easier because I don't. In most of my playthroughs, I don't actually hire workers. I normally do everything myself. So universal auto load makes my life much easier. And lumberjack, well, I can't help myself. If I come over here and I want to cut a tree to a certain length, I've got lumberjack. I can cut it the way I want to. I like doing it that way because I'm particular about the lengths on trees because of profitability reasons. So yeah, can't help myself. I do love my lumberjack mod. I could probably live without the universal auto load, but the lumberjack, I don't know if I could live without that. Let's bump it up a little bit more. I want to see if there's anything better. Okay, case IH 7200. Case IH 7200. Hmm. I think that's a pre 2000 era tractor if I remember correctly. But it is expensive. Yep. All right. We're going to bed. skip into next month. Hopefully at that time. Yeah, the price of lime and fertilizer is a little bit painful. What is that? Root head trailer. Yeah. I don't know. That's 4 meter. I need y'all to find me a freaking harvester. Holy crap. All right. We should be. Let's go find out. I need to pick up my pickup truck. Like, I need to actually buy my pickup truck. I gave myself leeway to buy a pickup truck because I figured anybody that would be coming out here on their own would at least own a vehicle. I've always owned pickup trucks. I rarely have ever owned a car. Well, okay, I did own a Camaro, and I did own a '68 Mustang Fastback. But yeah, those were like the only cars I really owned per se. Rest of them have been pickup trucks. All right, let's see what we need here now. More wood beams? No. Yeah, we need 10 liters of wood beams. Seriously? That just kind of makes me angry. I have to pay a one-time fee to search. If I do a search, let's say I want to find, let's go to harvesters, because I am trying to find this one. I want to find this harvester. So if I click on find used, I get a normal search. Oh, nice, Mr. Stu. I love the C10s. Love those square bodies. Um, so if you search for used equipment, you can do a normal search. That's gonna cost X amount. It's a fee for a percentage of, I assume, what the cost of the thing is going to be. You get a 65% chance, then an 80, and then a 98%. Continuous search a year. So if I want to search for it, it's going to cost me almost $3,000 to search. I mean, I've already paid for them to search for one of these, and it still hasn't come up. So, yeah, that's a little painful. I mean, I don't know if anything's come up. Like, sometimes it'll come up and say, oh, we found this, but I haven't had anything come up to say, we have been unable to locate this. It's kind of a little bit of annoying because, like, I can go out right now and pick up a magazine for used equipment and find just about anything I want anywhere in the country. So it's a little annoying. But on the other side of the coin, it wouldn't be much of a challenge if it wasn't a little bit annoying. Let's go ahead and grab. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and grab both of these. I'll just take these over. $10. What a joke. Your rice field identifies as a soybean field? Maybe that's why it needs lime. Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense to me. I mean, if I was the field and I was a rice field that I identified as a soybean field, I might actually want a little bit, something a little bit stronger than lime, but hey, that's just me. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, that's going well. I really like the wood beans. It'd be really nice if you could get a material list for what you needed for that from the get-go. Like, just straight up. This is what you're going to need so that you could plan ahead for it. It's very ready. Alright, so our grass field, our meadow field, I guess I should say, is, yeah. Guess we'll have to wait until April. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, well. Alright. What did I say we had in here? This is a corn champion. I have no intention of planting corn on this map anytime soon. Okay. Just do a quick check on our, actually, yeah. Let's go over here. Some of this out of the way. Yeah, not too bad, man. How you doing? How are you doing? I mean, it's just been kind of a relaxing, easy day. You know, it's Sunday. I usually try not to do a whole lot on Sundays. Try to be lazy on Sundays. Doesn't always work, but I try. All right, let's do that. Oh, you're right about that. Every day above ground is pretty good. Can't complain about it. I do miss my skid steer. I'm not gonna lie about that. I do miss my skid steer. There's some more of our wood chips. Yeah, I can see now I'm probably going to have to remove this tree at some point. After it's grown, I'll probably... wonder if you can get rid of the saplings. Never thought about that. Nice. I like telehandlers too. And I like front loaders. I just, on a little farming operation, I like the skid steers because they're compact. You get various different, I mean, like this one. I mean, it's fairly long. I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. But a skid steer will get into places that you can't get with something this size. You know, I mean, it's just, I mean, I like the big Volvo, you know, front end loaders too. I used to run one of those back in the day. Um, I like playing with big equipment. I like little equipment too. I mean, it's fun. All equipment is kind of fun. Like, you know, toy box for the the older boys or something. All right, just go that way a little bit. That way. Thank you. Yeah, I got to do something with all this stupidness. I may be winding up spending $50,000 for that. Fortunately, I kind of have to wait if I want to redo some of this stuff because, like, I've got a mod that allows me to resell back to. So if I place a like a sawmill or something, if I sell it back in the same month I got it, I'll get the full amount of money back. Which is a good thing for me because I am terribly bad about placing stuff, putting in like a road or something, trying to see how it matches up everything else, and then saying, yeah, that's not a good position, removing it completely, and starting all over. So, yeah. But it's only the first month. So yeah, 120 centimeters round bales, Stu. Because, well, ever since I started doing goats and sheep, I have been doing the Heston bales. Um, Biggest ones I can get. These are 6,500 liters. I only got 57 of them off. Well, part of this was actually woods. Um, I did all the meadow grass on this and that area over there. I got 57 bales just off meadow grass, 6,500 each. One of the things I really liked about, where is it? Wait. Did I just sold, bought? Yep, done. Yep. Okay. We now have a harvester. Yay! I was starting to worry about that. Um, Back to here real quick. Okay, the balers. That one. Wait, is it that one or this one? You can get this to where it will bale up to 245 centimeters. Um, well, it starts at 180, goes to 245. At 245, so at 240, it's something like, I don't know, 8 or 9,000. If you bump it to 245, it actually makes a bale that is holds 50,000 liters of grass in it. Love, I love that little thing right there because it's so much easier to put one bale of grass in on sheep or grass or goats than to go put like 8. So yeah, it's kind of funny. 180, 120 centimeter is square bale. Hang on a minute. Yeah, 125. It depends on which one you get. I think I have one in here that does 120. Okay. I thought that was round bales though. Because I think yeah, 125 is these guys, round bales. Square bales start off at like one. Oh no, it is a square. Like it's the small square bales. That's the hand ones that you throw. Oh, okay. I hate those things. I hate those things with a passion. I really, really do. Yeah, yeah, it's the small one, and I hate those things with a passion. I'm sorry, but I was in the field throwing these small square bales when they came out, and did that for most of my younger life. Not saying it didn't keep me fit, 'cause it did, but getting a nickel a bale was not that much fun. All right. We did go into March. I did check that. What else have we got? Well, first of all, let's go over here and move this big boy. I bought this and I didn't even think to do any customization to it. So let's go over here and see if we can stick it into the workshop we have and do a little tinkering with the hammer and the welder. And see if we can. Oh, 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 she barely fits in there, but she does fit. Excellent. All right. Let's customize. All right, wheel setup's fine. I don't know. I think I like those better. Yeah, that'll work. Chopper, yes, we'll put a chopper on it. Will we? Yeah, I think we will. We'll put it. We even put a warning little thing on it. Roof and back. Okay. Now that looks like a flood lamp, reverse lamp, whatever you want to call it. We're going to put the beacon right in front of it to where you can't see it. Makes perfect sense. Okay, so I think we'll just put one on there and be happy. Um, Lots of lights on there though. I kind of like that. Okay, let's customize that for that price. Be happy. Back. All right, we have a harvester. We need to move the harvester down to the harvesting area. I'm gonna have to get another tractor, I think. I think I am. Yeah. Gotta be fancy. Jeez, man. I mean, it's a Ford. What do you expect? You gotta get a little bit fancy because I mean, if you're on the roadside dead, you gotta be looking good, right? All right, there we go. Look at that. Oh, this thing is scoot. 14 mile an hour. Look at that. Yes, sir. We're just moving right on along. Yeah, we're not going to be bringing this to the oak forest anytime soon. Wow. Good thing we're moving this now. It was. That's true. Nickel bale back in that time was a lot of money. I mean, we wound up, by the time it's all said and done, I'd moved up to where I was getting about a dime a bale. Probably tells you how long I actually baled hay in my younger years. But that was like at the end of it, you know, getting a dime a bale. But when you played football and you had land, you know, did all that nifty stuff, you were expected to do some stuff. And you were happy to get that nickel or that dime too, because Yeah, you could have been told you ain't getting nothing. Get out there and work. But all right. So we got this. We're gonna go into. She a noisy old girl, isn't she? Yep. Got character. That's what she is. Got character. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Talk about really making your life miserable sometimes. That was, of course, after you'd done a, 10-hour, 12-hour day out in the field, throwing them up onto the wagon to get them to the barn. Yeah. We're going to teleport back to there. I'm not going to run all the way back. All right, let's see. What else do we need over there? Over there. I don't think there's anything else we need over there right now. We'll need that um, wagon at some point over there. Don't need it right now. What else? What else? What else? I think we go into April, we'll be able to start doing some mowing, and then we can start laying out our goat pen we're looking at doing. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's skip into April. I'll go ahead and because I'm going to have to do something with the meadow grass. I don't know if I'm going to have to do because part of that area that we're going to be looking at is not real good grassland. And of course, it would be raining. Yes, why wouldn't it be? I mean, it makes perfect sense. Perfect freaking sense. Excellent. Well, they do say April showers bring May flowers. Whatever. Alright, so I did not mow this. Let's see. Yep, that looks like it's mowable. So, let's see here. Well, guys, oh yeah, you got hay everywhere. Grass, hay, whatever you want to call it. It was everywhere, and in places you didn't really want it to be neither. A bit like going to the beach. You get sand everywhere, and definitely in places you don't want it. I think we're going to. I think we'll cut down. Oh, is this? Wait, a tornado is coming? Are you freaking serious? Around 10 o'clock. So, tornado watch, I assume, between 10 and 12, and then we're going to have sun at 1400. We're going to park our happy selves under the shed here. And we're just going to speed through the next couple of hours, I think. Maybe 4. Is it rain or is that like, that's kind of looks like hail, doesn't it? Interesting. That's a bit rude. Alright, well. Go ahead and fuel the tractor while we're here. Well, we'll repair it. Do all the repairs. And then pop back up. Should be able to refuel here. Yep, can refuel. Excellent. This is what you usually did when you were working on a farm and you were getting hail and rain. You just sat there and watched. Because there wasn't much else you could do. Especially when you're waiting on it to pass so that you could actually go mow or cut down trees or plant trees or what exactly did they just, what? What is that? Oh wow, okay. That's that's a, yeah, that's a tank. What's that immersement? Oh, hello. I love these old cases like this. Can't afford $37,000 for it though. And there's the Massey Ferguson with that. Well, we don't need to. So, yeah. Speed up. Well, I don't see a tornado, so that's good. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I do love watching the rain. I've been known to prop my feet up, just sit on the back porch and watch it rain, listen to it hit the tin roof. Oh, that's some good sleeping weather. Really is. All right. What is this? That is a cultivator. Needs 160 horsepower. Nope. I think we've only got 150 in the old girl, so she'd be struggling with that. So it looks like we are just about done with rain. Excellent. Slow this back down to 5. All right. So we are going to try not to hit that. And we do have a rake now, so that's a good thing. We'll need that. We'll get attached to this. All right. It's better than that sycamore we got. Now this is the edge of our property here. Look at this. Oaks is already grown up on that row. Nice. Alright, so we're going to start about here. Well, about here. Measure this right. We're going to cut the edges. Get our sight lines on what our yeah. Well, wouldn't let me be cutting it if it was somebody else's land. It would tell me I'm not allowed to do it. So not. I must be close to the line, but not on top of it. All right, so we should. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna be running over the line there in a minute. I think that's pretty close. All right. Well, looks like we can go one more over. Well, we'll do this. Whoa. That was not what I wanted to do. It is a nice little mower. Need it for all the trees and the bushes and stuff is what we need it for. Alright, so that should have us right where we need it. It's 3.4 meters wide, so we're getting an extra meter and 1.4 meters out of it as compared to the sickle mower that we have, which is I think 2 meters wide. I think it's 2. Yeah, I think that's right. So, but the good thing about this one is it will chew through them. I don't know if it mulches or exactly what it does, but as you can see, it'll chop right over the top of them. And they are gone, which is something that we really like. Because the bushes are annoying. I can do that, like, I can knock the bushes down with my chainsaw. It allows me to do that, but I don't really think that's something you should be doing with your chainsaw. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really what it's built for. So, alright, so our house is right there. So, no, that's our house. No, that is our house. We've gone past where I want it to go. Oh well. At least I got my... Alright, so we'll stop right here. Okay, so here is where I need to be. So let's turn around and go back. It does mulch bushes though, yes. Very, very happy about that. Well, I do have a pack in here. It's called a Mow Anywhere pack. I can chop down whatever I want with it. It's very useful at times. I think right up in here somewhere is where we need to head that way. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. About here, I think. Let's have a look, see. Oh, definitely. Alright, so we are definitely on point here. Need to turn slightly that way. I think so. A little bit more back that way. Alright. See if that's going to work. Yep, should work. Good little mower though. I got one about the same size on my little Massey Ferguson that we use around the property here. Um, they're not bad. I don't have the two wheels at the back like this one. I've only got one, and it is basically purely a bush hog. So I see when you start getting into all this, this is where you need it because it needs to be choppy choppy. But some of these, I don't know, some of these weeds or whatever you want to call them, still won't get chopped down by this thing. Kind of weird. Well, alright, tree. You gotta go. A little bit on toward the inside there, but that's fine. But yeah, definitely need it for stuff like this. Alright. Oh, I love that thing. I love lumberjack. Like I said, I don't know what I'd do without it, especially on forestry. I would be having to get measuring sticks all the time and having to figure out exactly how long a tractor is and comparing tractors so that I could get the right amount of cuts and all that stuff. It'd drive me nuts. Well, folks, as you can see, we're going to be here a minute doing all this, but what we are going to do is we'll go ahead and map out a spot to put our goat pen. I think we're going to put our goat pen right down there at the corner. We're not going to put it up right now because I want to be able to get all this mowed down, gather it up, and stock up on more grass. So I think what we're going to do, because all this should be pretty flat through here. There's a little bit of hill that you come down right there, but all this appears to be mostly flat. Yeah, it's either that or trying to measure your steps, which is also annoying. So think from about where this tree is, we're going to make grass bales. Um, yeah, it sounds like a plan there, Steve. So I think what we'll do is to start off with, we're going to start off with a small pen of sheep. So maybe not that one. Maybe this one. So if we go from, say, if we put it here on this corner, hang on a minute. We put it like right there. Alright, I think if we put it here and then we take it all the way over into the back corner, I think that would probably be a good starting point for goats. I don't know, should we make it bigger than that? Because I don't want to, I don't want to get goats in here and then get them full up to full health and running. and then have to change it all out. Because, I mean, it says we can put 300 in here. Um, I'd say that's a fair amount, but I don't know if that's up to 300 if you get it the right size, or if it's 300 with just the way it stands. If it's 300 just the way it stands, we could literally just take it and put it in his back corner and be happy. Because there's nothing else sort of around. So yeah, what do you guys think? Back here in this back corner, right up in here somewhere? This cannot place fence here, and then land is not owned by you. What do you mean it's land not owned by me? Let's do that. Land not owned by you. Apparently that was right on. Yeah, so apparently right up to there. So about there is a corner of our property. Well, I think we're going to place it about right there after I mow it, because it's going to plant a meadow field as soon as I put it down. So if I go ahead and mow it, gather the grass up, go ahead and collect it, that would probably be better. Well, the milk's going to spawn. I think the milk spawns over here on this edge. It doesn't show, but I think that's where it does, over here on the right hand side of it. Although I mean technically it could spawn on the left. I don't know. I've never used this particular one, but I think I saw Cousin Skeeter use it once, and I'm pretty sure it spawned on the right hand side. Yeah, you can see, um, if you look on the right hand side, you can see the little markings on the right hand side, just beside the fence. You can see where the little hazard markings are. That's where it would um, spawn the wool or milk at. So yeah. So if we can put this in, and then we'll put another one sort of right beside it with sheep. It's 40,000. We'll start getting sheep. Obviously, there's no way I can put 300 sheep in, or 300 goats in at one time, because we just don't have the money to do that. But we can probably put about 50 each in. That should get us started. Better than getting poked in the eye with a stick. So I think we'll be all right doing that. So anyway, what I'm going to have to do again, as you can see, that's our cut. That's our land for our animals here. Actually, it starts right about here, goes across. This little bit here is actually part of that. So this is all for animals, and part of this is all for animals too. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna try to stay away from that. So I've got to cut all this down, get all the grass off, and then I've got to try to figure out if I want to put it back in this back corner, if I want to make it bigger, if I want to put it closer to the house, so that we'll also have the shed here, and say split this down the middle with the animals being over here along this area, and then turn this into a grass field back here so that we can feed the animals, because we'll have sheep, goats. I may do chickens. I'm not sure yet. What else we got? I'm not doing bees. We're not doing, so we'll do cows. Might do pigs. Thinking about it. Isn't there a butcher mod somewhere? I'm pretty sure I've heard of a butcher mod somewhere. I think we might do that. I might have to look that up. But anyway, guys, I've been going for about an hour and 40 minutes or so. I still have a lot to do on this save. Yeah, I might do some chickens, but I do want to look up the butcher mod. Oh, there is a butcher mod. Okay. I'll have to look that up. Or if you could DM that to me, Dust Bunny, Miss Dust Bunny, I'd appreciate it. That way I can just locate it and see if I can take it into my test world and test it out. Is it crossplay? Ouch. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan, guys. So the next time we come in, we should have this cut up the way it needs to be cut up. We'll have some grass stacked. Then we will look at, I don't know what you guys think. Should we put the animals here, put our and redo this, plow it up, and put a grass field back there? That kind of sucks. And then put more grass field over here, back here, and then put some cows here because, like I said, technically that's the end of this area. This area is the homestead area up in here, and this is the cultivation area here. So I think if we put goats, sheep, cows, and then we turn this little L back here into nothing but grassland to feed those three animals, that would probably be wise. And then we can start cutting this up. Yeah, true. That's true. I mean, but do you actually see them doing any of the butchering with the animals and stuff? I mean, I don't. I mean, what would be? I don't know. People are strange these days. So many things that they sit here and say, "Oh, that's terrible and it will affect people." You literally have YouTube videos that are like worse than some games I've played. You know, kind of weird. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do a lot of mowing with a 3.4 meter mower. Um, Fortunately, we do have stuff to speed that up. And yeah, I think, like I said, I think we might do an L shape here with the animals toward the front and the grass areas out the back, like replant this into actual grass. So yeah, I think that might be our best bet. But I greatly appreciate you guys showing up and joining us tonight. Um, so grateful for you being here and the time you've taken. So thank you very much. Mr. Stu, I'll see you around. I have tried to pop in on your streams occasionally, but sometimes I'm just not all here. I'll be honest with you. I got a lot going on in the background sometimes, and these game saves, I swear, some of them I put a lot of time into them. But yeah, but definitely going to try to get into more of your guys' area because, and anybody that's listening that hasn't been there, Farmer Donkey's got a channel, Stu's got a channel, um, Mr. Dust Bunny's got a channel. All these guys, look, go have a look, watch what they do. Some of it's really cool. Stu's got a great sense of humor. Um, and thank you so much for all your support. Greatly appreciate it. And we will catch up with you guys next time. The next recorded video will come out on this Wednesday morning. So take care, guys. And again, appreciate you all being here. And we will catch up with you later.